What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Emerald Editing. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys everything you need to know from brushes to settings. So 3, 2, 1, let's edit. Alright, so first of all, Procreate is an app for the iPad. Keep in mind that it's not available for Samsung devices, only iPad. Also, if you only have an iPhone, you can use Procreate Pocket. So let's talk about the price. So if you want to buy Procreate, it's a one-time payment of $9.99, which is basically $10. This app is really professional and very affordable, making it even more popular every single day. So let's just talk about the basics real quick. It comes with a ton of brushes, from chalk brushes to calligraphy brushes to just painting brushes. It's really simple and easy to use. So let's get into it. I'm here on the iPad, so we're going to be going on Procreate now. So you can see here I have a bunch of my drawings. So you're just going to want to click on this plus on the top. But first you can see what's new, and then you can select files, and import photos. But we're going to be creating a new drawing, so click the plus and then click the plus on the top and then do whatever canvas size you like. I like doing a 1500 by 1500 dimension, and you can see your maximum layers is 234, so that is plenty to work with. You can see some other stuff here like color profile, time-lapse settings, and canvas properties. You guys could just leave this alone if you like. There's nothing really to mess with there, and then click create. Alright, so you can see this blank canvas right here. Let's go over some things that you need to know. So get your Apple Pencil out or whatever stylus you have, and let's get started. So first, let's talk about color. When it comes to color, Procreate makes it very simple. Just click on the top right here where you see this circle. You can see you have this cool color board. Procreate also allows you to download palettes very easily, so you can go to palettes. There's also disc, but I prefer using the classic board since I find it easier to be able to cycle through the colors. And let's just say you wanted to change the color of this background to, let's just say, green. Just drag it onto the canvas. It's really that easy. Also, some more tools up here is a brush, which obviously it's used for brushing, so I like using the brush monoline. It's just really simple, and I always use this for like all my artwork. It's up to you just to explore which ones you like. Just one that I would really recommend for monoline is to go to stabilization and then put the streamline amount to max. The reason I like doing this is because you get more accurate lines and they're much smoother. And if you accidentally added a setting that you don't want, just go to about this brush and hit reset all settings. Again, mess with any of these as you like to find what works best with you. Alright, so the smudge tool is, let's just blend these together. So you can see that it blends them together as best as it could. It works pretty good. This is mainly used for like skin tones and stuff like that, to blend two different colors. So you can see we're getting a pretty nice result here. We have almost like a nice cloud shape right here, which also can be used for clouds. So there you go. That's pretty much just how to blend. So let's move on to the eraser tool. So obviously it's just erases. So also another helpful thing is if you want a specific kind of eraser, you can see we have the monoline eraser, and it erases in smooth straight lines. But if you wanted to match the same exact stroke as your brush, just go to the same brush that you were using under the eraser, and then you can see it erases the same. So you can see we're using the same brush for the brush and the eraser, if that makes sense. Now let's move on to the layers. This works just like in Photoshop, where you have a bunch of different layers. If your canvas is bigger, it can decrease the maximum layers that you can have. And to delete a layer, just swipe right and hit delete. If you want to duplicate one, swipe right and hit duplicate. Or if you want to lock one, swipe right and hit lock. If you right click, you can see a bunch of different options like rename, so we can just name it like, and then you can see select, which is just selects that layer. Copy, which is just copies a layer if you want to use it somewhere else. Fill layer pretty much just fills a layer with your color up here. So next is clear, where it erases everything on that layer. Alpha lock, mask, so if you want to add something on the top. Clipping mask, so let's just say for an example we add another layer on top and make this a clipping mask. When you make a clipping mask, it basically just draws on whatever's on the bottom. So you can see we made another layer on top and added a clipping mask. You can see it's very cool. It only draws on this layer, and if we erase the clipping mask, you can see it erases everywhere. This is one of the must-know tools for painting. Another setting for the layer is invert, which is pretty much just inverts the color. So reference layer, such as a photo that you can reference on. Merge down, which it combines that layer and the bottom layer together. And combine down, which it makes a group. Another important part as well is if you click this N right here, you can change the opacity of the layer and also the mode. And finally, the background layer is called just background color, and you can change whatever color you want right here. And if you quickly want to combine all these layers, just pinch them all together. So let's talk about these tools on the top left now. On the left you have your gallery, so if you want to go back and view your other paintings, just click there. The wrench is the action, so basically you can add stuff like insert a photo. Insert a photo is just to add in a picture. Insert a file is if you have a brush file, you can import it like that. Take a photo, so if you want to take a picture of yourself. Add text, which is, I feel like it's a little too hidden that like a lot of people might not see it, so you can just add something like whatever you want. Cut is just to delete a layer. Copy is to copy a layer. Copy canvas is to copy the whole entire canvas. And paste is just to paste. Canvas, you can see all these settings, crop and resize, so if you want to make it like this big instead, or like a YouTube banner size. Animation assist to make some animations. Page assist. A really helpful tip is to use a drawing guide. Click edit drawing guide and hit symmetry. What this does is, let's just say we want to draw something right here. It draws on both sides. To turn it off, just hit drawing guide. Just say you turned off drawing guide on the settings, it will still apply to that layer. So you can see if we draw, it's still there. Just click on the layer and uncheck drawing assist. Next is reference. This one's really helpful as well, so you can just see your canvas from a far view like that, or you can just import a photo. Next we have flip horizontal, which you can flip your canvas. Next is share, which pretty much just has a bunch of share options. One of my favorite features about Procreate is a time-lapse replay. It automatically keeps a video of everything you've done, so you can share this. It saves you space on your iPad, so you don't have to record everything that you do, and it automatically does it for you. Again, you can share this very easily by going up to the video on the actions and then hit export time-lapse video. Preferences just has a bunch of different options, such as light interface, right hand interface, so if you want it on the right. I'm right-handed, but I still like it on the left. So another option that's I find pretty helpful that a lot of people might not have is brush cursor. So you can see when I'm drawing, you can see there's like this gray little circle. I like having this on just so I could guide the pencil easily, so I recommend you having this setting on. All of this isn't really that important, just connect Legacy Stylus, so if you have a Wacom stylus or a Donut stylus, but if you have an Apple Pencil, you can just start using it right away. Just the Procreate handbook and stuff is some things to know about the help section. And that's basically it for that. Adjustments, you can just see there's like hue, saturation, and brightness. So, and then just a bunch of these other things that you can mess around with, like Gaussian blur. Glitch is another cool one, just to add some glitch effects to your drawings. The last one to point out here is the bloom, which you can add a very nice glow effect. And again, guys, make sure to comment if you want a whole video about Procreate, the best brushes to use, and stuff like that. Next is this button right here. Click that and you can select shapes with it, which you can select your shapes and hit this button on the top to move it around as its own separate layer. Also, when you select something, you can hit copy and paste and it pastes it onto a new layer. So that's pretty much everything you need to know for that tool. So now just this tool right here is just to select things. You can resize it. Freeform just lets you do more free and like squashy like this. This sort is to just make it turn nice and 3D just like this. And warp is probably one of my favorites, just to get these extra little squashes that you need. So I just have a few more things to show you guys. This bar on the left is probably one of the most important things. This is to change the size, and this button right here in the middle, and let's just say you want to have this color right here, it changes on the top right. Also, another very important part is the undo buttons down here. Undo and redo, it's just like basic stuff like that. This is just a basic overview for beginners to find your way around Procreate. So that will be it for today's tutorial. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to comment down below what kind of videos you guys want me to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.